Okay, I wanted to show you about your ViewSonic. So on the actual screen, your home screen, um, you have your AVer panel that's plugged into the port that's in the back. Um, and then you have your basic home screen of your view board for ViewSonic. So you can actually use this, but one thing you need to make sure that you have is your Wi-Fi on. And there is a small delay of the Wi-Fi, but you would need to make sure that the Wi-Fi is um, up and running. There's an Ethernet sign on here saying that you can connect to the Ethernet, but as long as you're connected to the Wi-Fi, there's nothing wrong with that. The next thing is that I'm looking at is the whiteboard. Um, Now, this is a good platform to use if you decide to use it. One thing that if you're wanting to cast a student's work onto the board, you can use the VCast receiver. So I'm going to click on this. And so when you click on this, you have to make sure that whoever's trying to cast, that they need to make sure that they are on the same Wi-Fi as you. So we have the Wi-Fi is test Wi-Fi here. Then you can go to VCast Sender app and download it to the devices of the students' computer. So you would need to go to the Chrome, Google Play, and search VCast Sender app, and you'll download it onto the actual Chrome desktop. And whenever they get there, they will all they need to do is just log on to DP EQG1 or whatever you have for your code. So I'm going to go back to home. And when I go back to home, the other nice thing about the ViewSonic is the whiteboard. With the whiteboard, you can do some annotations and creating your own account. So um, what I did is that I created my own account with my view board. This is if you do not want to use the AVer panel box. So signed up. There is a little person at the bottom that has a little smiley face that says mine. Um, you can use whatever browser you want. It's still the same thing. I'm going to sign in to myself. When you sign up, it's going to ask you to do an activation request once you do it on the panels or to do it on your actual computer email. So I successfully have signed in. I'm going to go back to my board. So there is apparently on my white view board, there is a whole lot of things that you can do. One thing that I just clicked on was the session there. You can do that with the teacher session ID, which is on the VCast. And so I'm going to go back to home, and then I'm going to go back into the actual app, Whiteboard. And so on Whiteboard, you will see that here is I have signed in, all the other stuff is gone. Um, you also may have to update your software, which doesn't need any admin credentials. All you need to do is just download. And this is pretty easy to use. If you want to change the background of this, if you're wanting to change the background, there's a little picture icon at the bottom. Then there's some templates that are here that you can choose from. Say for instance, if I need to do a bell ringer, I can apply this to all pages. And I can use some annotation techniques such as if I want to text um, to get out of this. We'll talk about that later. Um, so you have the little picture here. That's where I got it from. It has all of the things that I have that I can choose from as far as templates to use. Um, there's little webs that you can use to help organize information. You can also download the information that you do on here onto the actual smartboard here. I hit present mode. So there is a little icon that's at the bottom that has a little person there. Whenever you do that, it becomes present mode so that you can just have more space. Then I can uh, use more pages if I want to by adding another page. It'll go to the next page. If I don't want that page, I just go back to the page that's there and I can X out of it. I don't want all those. And it's saying it's not reversible. I do understand. So I'm going to exit out of this. And here you have all your nice tools that you can choose from of using. So you just do awesome, great things with it. I can use the marker tool to shade in some things if I need to like do fractions or whatever. To shade some things in to give students an understanding. I also can go to a file, and if I have a thumb drive, some of you may have a thumb drive or a USB drive, a thumb drive, you can put it into the USB port and plug that in to access your files. I can also go to the internet and go get some of my own information I got from my account here on Viewboard, or I can just go to Google itself and just search in to my uh, Google Drive. So I'm going to plug that in real quick. All right, so I'm in my drive and I'm logged into there. So I can actually go into um, all of my information in my drive and get some sources that I need. If I need to pull up some information, I'm going to try one thing. Try something that I have. So I can use the app for this, or I can just use it as well. In this case, we don't have the app on the actual smart board, but I can put it on there if you like. Going back to the Google Drive, if I just don't want to use uh, the actual um, app, then I can just use any annotation things I need to show to students that I need for them to actually uh, watch. But see, this right here doesn't give you the annotation that you need. But I can annotate with this one. I can annotate on top of that. So this particular tool at the bottom can give you annotation on top of this. Then we can erase that. We can go back if I need to go scroll up. If I want to scroll up and go to some more information, then I can do that as well and do some annotation on top of that. But that is only on here. Can make that bigger. We can make it smaller. I can adjust it. If I need to, we can uh, That's just going back into typing again. So these tools are for that. You have these tools for the open window, and that's about it for that one.